and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to have you here today for a beautiful self-love yoga flow. Today we are outside in the beautiful nature to connect and ground ourselves to earth. Without further ado, let's begin. So we're going to start off in a seated position, close your eyes and begin to hug yourself. This is a great grounding technique to reconnect with your body and your emotions. We can begin to rock side to side, whatever feels most comfortable for you. This is a way to show ourselves love, kindness, and of course acceptance. Accept who you are because you are divine, you are beauty, and of course you are you, and that's your biggest power. Give yourself one more tight squeeze and slowly begin to release and open your eyes. Now drop your head and roll it to the left side. Now bring it around to the right side for some neck rolls. And personally, I don't really like to roll my neck backwards, but if that's something you do in your practice, feel free to do it. Breathe in and slowly come up to a neutral position. Now we'll start shoulder rolls, so roll your shoulders forward. Breathing in and out, really try to get a good rotation on your shoulders. And whenever you're ready, begin to roll your shoulders in the opposite direction. It's super important that whenever we do shoulder rolls, we do it both ways. Now we'll swing our leg backwards and come up to tabletop for some cats and cows. Breathe in and look up and push your belly towards the ground. And when we exhale, we round the back and look inward. This pose is really great for spinal movement, and in terms of self-love, this pose is great for connecting our mind and our body because our breath is synchronized. Remember to look up and breathe in, and as we exhale, you round the spine and look inwards. Do this a few more times at your own breath, really trying to get a good stretch in. Come to a neutral position and lift the left arm up in the sky. Exhale, bring it down and through your right arm. Drop your shoulder and extend that right arm forward for thread the needle. This pose is super good for self-awareness because we're forced to focus and feel our breath so much in this pose. Now slowly bring that right arm back, push the ground, and bring that left arm in the sky. Set it down and we'll switch sides. So bring that right arm up, exhale, and send it through the left arm. Drop the shoulder and slide that left arm forward. Make note of any sensations that you're feeling. Maybe you feel really heavy breath, maybe you feel different feelings in your back. Really become aware to the sensations you're feeling. Beautiful job, and when you're ready, come back to tabletop position and we'll open our legs about mat distance apart. We'll send our hips back and drop our chest forward for puppy pose. And I love this pose so much because it does such a great job at releasing stored up emotions, tensions, and stress. Now whenever you're ready, pick the chest up, come to tabletop, and send your hips back to downward dog. And always remember, when you're in downward dog, you can do whatever is most comfortable for you. You can walk it out, you can come on your tippy toes, whatever that may be. Now lift up your right leg and send it through your hands. Lift your arms up into Warrior 2. So with Warrior 2, we really want that front leg bent and the back leg straight and our arms straight out and active in a T position. Now flip that front hand up and send it over your head into Reverse Warrior. So Warrior 2 and Reverse Warrior 2 are so good for empowerment and strength, making yourself as big and tall as you can, really letting your body be seen. So now whenever you're ready, plant those hands on the ground, send that right leg back. Now lift up the left leg and send it through. We'll do the exact same thing, so lift up into Warrior 2. And make sure you're breathing in and out during these positions. That is very important to do. Same thing, flip that front hand and send it back into reverse warrior. And if you can, try looking up at that top hand. Breathe in, and as you exhale, send those hands back into warrior 2 and on the ground. Bring that leg back up, and we'll take another downward dog. And again, do what makes you feel most comfortable, getting a good stretch in your downward dog position. Walk it out, whatever you like. Okay, now drop the knees to the ground and send your hips back for child's pose. And you could decide to bend the elbows and do prayer hands right above your head. So child's pose is super good for inner reflection and understanding yourself and your needs, contributing to self-compassion and self-love. Because quite frankly, you're forced to look inward in this pose. Breathe in, and on your exhale, release your hands, push them up, and come back to tabletop. So now we'll get into a pose called hero pose, and it's actually one of my absolute favorites. So bring your knees together and your feet diagonally outwards. Sit in the middle of that and begin to lay backwards. You can either decide to stay on your elbows or bring it all the way down with your hands overhead. And if this is too uncomfortable to do, you can also just sit on your knees. This pose is an incredible heart opener. So that basically means you're physically opening yourself up for self-love, compassion, and emotional vulnerability, which is so beautiful to me. This pose is also really good for self-acceptance because your chest is being pushed outwards in such a confident way. Now when you're ready, slowly begin to bring your arms back down and come up into a seated position with your legs straight out. Now put your arms behind you and put them on the ground. You can either decide to be flat on the ground or just on your fingertips. Really push your chest out. We want to bring in as much confidence and self-awareness as we can. Breathe in and out and release. Lift your arms up, breathe in, and exhale, reach for your toes. So this pose is really good for letting go of self-judgment. I know sometimes I feel like, why can't my chest touch my thighs? Why can't I all the way touch here or do that? When in reality, none of that stuff is important. It's just doing what feels right for you and your body, nothing else. Now slowly begin to lay back on the ground, leaving your legs bent. Now very slowly, let your legs drop to one side and drop to the other. We don't want to let them drop all the way down to the floor, but just a little rotation work there. Come to a neutral position, bring your heels together, and let your legs drop to the sides of the mat. Place one hand on your heart and the other on your stomach. This pose is so beautiful in embracing your uniqueness. Everybody could do the butterfly pose, but not everybody's will look the same. Some people's legs will be higher, lower, whatever that may be. Embrace your individuality. Now breathe in and breathe out. Such an important thing to do. Now bring your knees up and begin to hug yourself. Massage your shoulders and just let your body feel that love. This pose is so important in telling ourselves that everything is going to be okay because we have ourselves and we always will. Give yourself one last squeeze and now bring your knees to your chest and go ahead and hug your knees. This pose is so good for creating a sense of safety and knowing that everything is going to be okay. You are in good hands. Go ahead and release those legs and come into Shavasana position, where you're just laying on the ground, not worrying about anything, palms facing up, and knowing that the ground has you. With that being said, you don't have to worry about any type of alignment, just lay there. This pose is so good for surrendering and just letting go. This could be any physical or mental tension, allowing yourself to completely be present in the moment and let go of everything that you are holding on to. Give yourself the love and care that you deserve. Inhale and exhale. When you feel time is right, go ahead and turn onto your favorite side into a fetal position. And use that arm under your head as a pillow, just for some extra support. Inhale and exhale. And whenever you're ready, use that hand to push the ground and come up into a seated position. Have your hands at your heart and bow your head. I just want to thank you guys so much for doing this little self-love yoga flow with me. It truly has been such an honor. I hope to see you guys in the next one, and always remember to love yourself.